Good afternoon. The UDA has stood down the UFF as of midnight last night. The loyalist group said it was putting its weapons beyond use. Susan Miller reports.
The UDA leadership used yesterday's Remembrance Day service to make their announcement. In a long statement, they announced action points, including the creation of an umbrella group called the Ulster Defence Union and the disbandment of the UFF.
Acknowledging that the military war is over and the struggle to maintain the Union is on a new and more complex battlefield. In consideration of this new reality, all active service units of the Ulster Freedom Fighters will, as from 12 midnight tonight, stand down with all military intelligence destroyed. And as a consequence of this, all weaponry will be put beyond use. It must be recognised with honour that it was through the sacrifice of these brave men who were the cutting edge that took the war to the enemy, and why we enjoy a relative peace and stability and an opportunity to build a new future.
UDA leader Jackie MacDonald said the group would remain in existence, but the need for paramilitary action had passed.
You've seen the flag of the Ulster Freedom Fighters furled. Their job is done. Hopefully they'll never have to come back to do what they did before. We have to accept that we created victims as well as others created upon us. We have to think of those dead and their families as well on a day like this. We have to.
The government has welcomed the UDA statement but is watching to see what happens next.
This statement from the UDA, a significant step forward, and I think particularly the call, not only that active units stand down, but an end to all criminality with immediate effect will be welcomed by everybody here.
The UDA warned within the statement that it would endeavour to stamp out criminality and drug dealing within its own ranks. Susan Miller, UTV Live, Belfast.
Well, the Deputy First Minister gave his reaction a short time ago at Stormont.
No, I think given the events of the last number of months, I have to say that I do not trust the UDA. I do not trust a situation where there are people who are openly described by citizens, for example in the Tigers Bay, as leading UDA people peddling drugs to our children. So, it is absolute nonsensical for people to expect anybody within the political process to trust the words of the UDA whilst activities such as that are happening.
In their statement, the UDA referred to the people's guns and that there would be no decommissioning. But the IMC today said decommissioning was what was on the people's agenda. It's been addressing the weekend statement and the death of Armagh man Paul Quinn, saying that those who did it have IRA connections.
We do believe that those who were involved in the attack on him in his brutal murder included people who are members or former members or have associations with members or former members of the provisional IRA. But as I've said, the investigation is ongoing.
To other news now, and windows in 2 houses have been smashed and 6 cars damaged in early morning attacks in North Belfast. Police said a group of 3 men may have been involved in the attacks in the Serpentine Road area. Tributes have been paid to the former SDLP Assembly member John Fee, who died at the weekend. Mr Fee was elected to represent Newry and Armagh in 1998. He had also been a member of Newry and Mourne District Council and was Parliamentary Research Assistant to Seamus Mallon for 10 years. Mr Fee died at his Crossmaglen home on Saturday after suffering a brain tumour. He was 43. Turning to sport now, and in football, Northern Ireland manager Nigel Worthington will give West Ham's George McCartney 24 hours to prove his fitness before ruling him out of the games against Denmark and Spain. He's been speaking to Neil Britton.
George, I'm going to pretty much give George today to see where he's at. Glyn Sutton, we know that's the coach, is in the right place to keep us updated on the situation. He went over quite badly on his ankle on Saturday, and he's had a scan, so we'll just let the ankle settle down, and then later today, early tomorrow, we'll make a decision on the scenario and go from there.
A lot of people questioned why you didn't choose Johnny Evans in the first with the under-21s, but is he in line if George doesn't make it to be called up?
You never know.
You never know indeed. Well, that's all from the UTV newsroom for now. We're back on air at 5:30 with UTV Live, and then at 6 o'clock with UTV Live. The weather forecast is coming up next. Bye for now.
The UTV weather is sponsored by Progressive's Premium Saver, the instant access account that sees your savings grow.
Well, most parts are dry and fine this afternoon. Skies will cloud over in the northwest later. Temperatures peaking at about 8 Celsius. Now, the rain will slip southwards this evening. Drier, clearer weather will follow after midnight. Temperatures at about 6 degrees as we go towards tomorrow morning. And apart from a few showers across the likes of County Antrim tomorrow, it's going to be a dry day, and once again it's going to be bright. Temperatures will reach about 10 Celsius, but there will be a brisk northwesterly wind. Now, 10 Celsius is 50 Fahrenheit. That's it. Bye-bye.
The UTV weather is sponsored by Progressive, your homegrown building society.
If you would like more information about the weather for today and the week ahead, you can call us on 09001 50 55 50.